All right. How's everybody doing today? It's Saturday morning, so it's 10 o'clock for us. We're just getting up and moving around, so it's early. So give us a chance. Give us a chance. So I know I'm a couple minutes late, and I know we're getting started, and then people are in and out. And so how's everybody doing today? How are things where you are? I know Phili is on here, and well, she was on here. I don't know if she's here anymore, but anyway. So today I thought we'd just kind of do a little conversation. I got to tell you, so next week and the week after. So next Saturday is the 24th. Hey, the Bud Files, how are you? And the following week is the 31st. So I'm not sure we're going to do live broadcasts on those days, just because one is Christmas Eve day. Hi, Leah. How are you? And then the next one is New Year's Eve, and I'm not sure quite what we're doing. So anyway, but so I just kind of wanted to kind of talk a little bit about how we're doing so far in December. We'll probably do a follow-up sometime the first part of January, and then talk a little bit about next year, because we're only a couple weeks away from that. So it's a kind of a, so we'll talk about it, and we'll decide whether we're going to be on next Saturday or not, or the Saturday after. We may go do something for New Year's Eve, and we may disappear for a day or two. So, hey, Jason, how are you? Hopefully you're having a great day. Hopefully everybody's having some decent weather. Weather here has been very abnormal, I would say. So it's been cooler than normal, and we've actually got some rain, which is nice because we really need the rain, and a lot of snow up in the mountains. So if you like to go skiing, you can go skiing. Unfortunately, going to the beach this time of year, or what the weather we've been having, is not so great. So it's kind of unusual for us to be where we are. We've been getting a lot of 50-degree weather, low 60s, which is normal, not normal for us. Usually we're in the upper 60s, low 70s. So it's a little nicer than that, but it's okay. Got my coffee. Hopefully you got your coffee, or if you're done for the day, so, but do want to talk about a few things today. I do want to talk about, remind folks that, hey, you go down there and check out some of those links on there. It'd be greatly appreciated, because of it helps the channel out a lot, right? Have a lot of affiliate links if you're into the keto chow. I have a 10% discount down there for keto chow. I actually really like that new flavor, the pecan sticky finger, and the idea that it's only 3 total carbs is great for me, because I'm a total carb guy. So I track my total carbs. So 3 is much better than 8. When you throw a little bit of butter in it, and I instead of putting water in mine, I usually put like the coconut milk, unsweetened coconut milk or unsweetened almond milk in mine. So that adds another carb or two to it as well. And then sometimes I like to put, like if I'm making ice cream, I like to put the heavy cream into it. Just makes it creamier for me anyway. And it doesn't make it, if you put water in it, makes it icier. So when I'm making ice cream, I generally do that. So it'll make the ice cream a lot lower, about half the carbs it was. So, hey, Cottonwood Ranch is here. How are you? So, hey, Frugal Mama's here as well. So welcome. So it's a really cool little new nuance, and it sounded like from the conversation I saw the live with Chris Bear on, it sounds like when they get new flavors coming out, that they may try to take them to a lower carb, and even the current flavors they have, when they reissue them, and maybe I'm wrong, but I thought that's what he was talking about, because they're using what's it, guar gum or whatever, that's causing the higher carbs. So therefore, or acacia gum, so that they can cut down and put less in it. So therefore, it cuts down the total carbs, which is really good, like I say, for me. So I'm kind of hoping that, so when you get a keto chow, it has a version up in the corner up there. So hopefully when some of the newer versions come out, they'll be just a little bit lower carb than what the current ones are. Today, I can fit them in, but I generally use them for ice cream or cooking just because of shake. When you do it, it comes out to be 10, 12 carbs when you add everything into it, unless you're just doing water and then it's, water and butter, and then it's like 8 carbs. So, but anyway, go down there and check out some of those links. I'd really, really appreciate it. The channel has been growing pretty well. I'm really, really happy about the channel and the way it's going. Also have the merch shop down there, so go down there and check out some of the merchandise as well. Have been wearing a continuous glucose monitor. As of yesterday, I'm not wearing it anymore. The ones I had ran out. I'm not sure if they're going to send me another one or not. I did ask the folks over at NutriSense if they would like me continue to do that. I found some really interesting things out using the NutriSense continuous glucose monitor. I found out that my keto diet, my glucose is very stable, and I stay within the optimal, what they call the optimal range, when I'm wearing it. Oh, that's cool. Thank you. Phili is wearing the shirt that she got off my channel. So you have some regularly great shirts, Phili. I tell you, I watch some of your videos and all the shirts that you have. You have some really great shirts. I gotta get a few more shirts. So so it's just kind of it was an eye opener. We went out for breakfast one day and I got an omelet, and I asked the lady, or actually it was a guy, the waiter, and asked them, I said, do they put anything in the egg to make the omelets, or is it just the eggs? Because of the fact I know some of the other places put pancake batter, like IHOP and Denny's put pancake batter in their eggs to make them look fluffier and fuller. So when they serve them to you, it looks like you're getting a lot more when they just kind of, I guess they used a cheaper substance to make volume, right? So again, it's that volume versus taste. So when I ate it, I had a big spike in my blood glucose afterwards. So I'm thinking that the waiter didn't know or misinformed, and anyway, so there was something else in the eggs besides that. Either that or the sausage, because I got sausage, ham, and bacon and cheese on top of with the omelet, and either that or one of them had sugar in them or something. But I'm having a feeling it was the eggs. So just kind of be careful if you're watching your carbs. I didn't call the restaurant. I didn't ask, so I should have. So Phili is asking, did I call the restaurant? I didn't. I should have just gotten eggs over easy or something like that, and done something like that. Yeah, it would have been better if I did that. So, but next time I go, I will make sure that I will call the restaurant, and I will make sure that the guy goes back to the chef in the kitchen and ask before I orders. But yeah, it was interesting. And then we went out on a date night. We went to Red Lobster on a date night. I like Red Lobster. I like seafood. We got some really great seafood restaurants around here. Just how happened that Red Lobster was doing some kind of a seafood fest or something like that. So so we went to Red Lobster, and we had calamari. I knew what it was gonna do, right? Yeah. So and then at the end we had a dessert, and that sent me the highest throughout the whole 2 weeks that I had it on. I got up to 151. It spiked me up to 151. The good thing was it didn't stay up there that long. It did come back down pretty fast. So my body processed the sugar pretty fast. So so I love scrambled eggs. Stinks when you can't trust a restaurant. Yeah. So again, I think next time we go, because I love this place. This place has probably some of the best breakfasts around. I will make sure that I either order something that I know they can't add something to, like I say, like just eggs by themselves, or I will, or I'll make them go back and ask the people making the eggs to make sure they can't put anything else in it. It's just going to be just eggs. So. So that's some of the things. So there is a $25 discount code if you're down there interested in going for that, looking at that glucose monitor. It is really, really cool. It was eye-opening. I'd like to do it for another couple of weeks. So I'm hoping they'll send me another one. I thought it was really good. Again, I don't know whether I wear it all the time, but just for some general information to kind of to track what I'm doing, to understand it, because of the fact I know when you listen to Dr. Jason Fong and you listen to Dr. Ken Gary and some other ones out there and some of the medical professionals, they'll talk about insulin and how insulin, when it spikes your glucose levels up and it's for a prolonged time, that's what puts on weights and causes your body to get unhealthy. So if you want to get healthy and all that good stuff, right? So control your sugar, and it's a really good start to control your health, right? So anyway, so enough of that. So go down there and check that link out if you're interested in. I do want to give a couple of shout outs to Hialeah, which is a couple of channel members. Your pal Misty as well. So I want you to go over there and I want you to check out their channel. Hialeah just hit 500. So continue to push her to get to that 1,000 mark, as well as that 4,000 watch hours, so she can get monetized on her channel. So go over there and watch your channel out. So just saying congratulations to you, Hialeah, for hitting the 500 mark for Crafty and Carnivore-ish. She's doing really, really well. Her channel's growing pretty good. So I like having Misty on the channel. Misty just hit 150 pounds. If you haven't been watching her channel, she just hit 150 pounds weight loss, which is amazing. I can't imagine losing 150 pounds. So I lost 150 pounds from when I started. Geez, I think I'd be like 90 pounds right now. So, so it's just amazing to see somebody lose that amount of weight. So congratulations, Misty. So go over there and check out Misty's channels. I didn't do that right now, but I will do it down below. So other exciting things coming up. Actually tomorrow morning, my time, 9 o'clock my time. I think it's noon time on the East Coast. Hope from Mission Keto and I are doing a collaboration that will come out tomorrow. We took in compared prices. We compared prices at our local Costco. So we wanted to do a West Coast versus East Coast, and both shop at Costco. We get by a lot of the similar items, and we really wanted to see the prices difference, if there was a big price difference or not a big price difference. I was kind of surprised. Some things are cheaper here and then the East Coast, and some things were cheaper on the East Coast and here, because I know she's watched mine and I've watched hers already. But that comes out tomorrow morning. I think that was really cool. So go over there and check out Hope's channel at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning for the video. Then right after you're done with that, you can check out mine, and then you can kind of see the price comparison. Yeah, so it was interesting. It was a lot of fun because we kind of made grocery lists and we kind of compared our grocery list and kind of got an idea. And she does buy a lot more meat at Costco than I buy in Costco. I will generally buy more meat on sale at the regular stores versus buying them at Costco, except for maybe hamburger. Hey, Tom, how are you? How's everybody? How are you today? How's the weather over in Vegas? Yeah. So yeah, and Hope was definitely very organized. She was a good one to do the collab with. I'm hoping that maybe we can do more collabs together as well. And I'm hoping Hialeah and I have kind of had a brief conversation about doing a collab. So I will be sending you more information, Hialeah, and doing a collab, as well as I know Tom is doing some different things on his channel. So I'm hoping that maybe he can come over and visit us on our channel as well. And maybe continue to grow that out and do one or two folks come over and chat and talk a little bit about what they're doing, how they're doing, what's going on, or if you would like to do more of a collab like what Mission Keto and I did, we can talk about that as well. So, I like doing the conversations because I sometimes I stand here and I talk to myself, right? But I know you guys are chatting. Chatting, but sometimes it's kind of weird to just to talk to yourself, and I think sometimes it's easier and it's nicer to have one or two other people on with you at the same time, and then the conversation, to me anyway, flows a lot easier, right? So that's kind of some of the things that are coming up with the channel this week. So again, highly, we will be contacting you. I'll probably be sending you an email probably a little later today. We could talk a little bit more of how we'd like to do that, or if you got a suggestion, if you'd like to come on the channel and kind of chat, we could do that as well. So yeah, we both have Krugers. So the Krugers here is Ralph's, so everybody knows. But it's a Kruger's brand, and it has all the Kruger's brand stuff in there. I'm actually pretty happy with Kruger's because they seem to be carrying a lot more keto stuff. I'm not going to say I buy a lot of keto pre-made foods. Most of the foods that we buy are wholesome foods. I would think they're either vegetables, meats, or something like that, frozen vegetables. But they do carry, like they carry now they're carrying the outer aisle sandwich thins, which I like. They do carry the egg life wraps if you're buying them, and they do buy some other stuff. They got a long ways to go compared to some others like Sprouts and stuff, but or Costco. But they are getting better and better. So it'd be interesting. So it's kind of interesting to us because of the fact that I'm not gonna say we're at retirement age, but we're getting closer to it. So we've been kind of contemplating. We moved to California about 10 years ago now. 9 years?
Yeah.
Almost 10 years ago. So almost 10 years in California now. And we're thinking about when we retire, maybe we move back to the East Coast or we move somewhere else because California is not the cheapest place in the world. So I got a brother in Texas. He'd love to have me come over there and move in the area of Texas. He was actually on the channel last week. He's not here. I haven't seen him yet today. Yeah, so we had some pretty exciting things going on. I do have a piece of paper where I kind of wrote some of the things I wanted to talk about. So I do want to talk a little bit about my weight loss and how I'm doing for my weight loss. I actually have to pull up I sent it in an email to myself from work yesterday. I updated it, and I don't know why I did that. And I didn't download it. I should have done that this morning. Here we go. So I'm going to open this up, kind of talk a little bit about it. So this month, weight loss, all I really wanted to do was I was trying to stay on track. I was really trying to make sure that I didn't go way up in weight and, all that good stuff. So I was really trying to keep things pretty copacetic, I would guess you'd call it, right? So let me see if I can make this larger. There we go. Then I'm going to share my screen. No. Let's see if I can share my screen now. Hialeah boats, Texas. The only problem with Texas is it's too hot in the summertime. Same with Las Vegas. Tom, I know it's cheaper in Las Vegas, but man. All right, so here's my I'll pull it up this way just so you can see the chart. So here's where I've been tracking right along. Now again, I I've been in maintenance mode, and my goal was to stay between 180 and 185. That was my goal. And you will see right after Thanksgiving, we actually popped up a little higher than that. I went up to 185.6 or something like that. So that's really when we my wife and I talked a little bit about, well, we're going to introduce intermittent fasting a little bit to see whether that helps. And it's, so we kind of introduced that. We didn't really change anything other than that. So now we're eating more 2 meals a day, then a few snacks in between. Yeah. So we kind of did that, and as you can see, for the last 2 weeks, we went down. Last week I was down to I think I went back down to 83.8, and then this week I went down to 183.2. So I don't know. It's turning things around. It's helping a little bit. We figured that this Christmas week coming up, and even with that, we went out last Friday. We did not stay on plan. We ate a dessert and ice cream, and that was not keto ice cream. And then Saturday morning, the issue with the going out when we were running errands and all that stuff. So, but I don't know. So, and then Hialeah's commenting that it's colder than unusual weather everywhere. So, I think it is, because even in Florida they're having cold weather, I believe. I think it's cold across the country. I think those Canadian guys, people up there, didn't close the door or something and letting all that cold air in down here. So, yeah. So, yeah. And I got to tell you, so we've been to Vegas in the summertime. We went 2 years ago for the 4th of July, and man, it was so hot out. Even at night, you went from casino to casino and walked through the casinos just because it was so hot to walk outdoors. And I've been to Texas a few times. I had the pleasure of my old job to work in a bunch of places, throughout the U.S. And I worked in Tulsa, Oklahoma for about 6 months. Flying there on Monday morning and then flying home on Friday nights. And then I did about 3 months in Dallas. It's actually in Grand Prairie, where I would fly out there on Monday, then fly home on Friday. There was a couple times where we stayed for the weekend, but and then I actually worked in part of it in San Antonio, because I worked for a jet engine company, and they actually have a overhaul and repair facilities, 2 of them actually in San Antonio. So I worked down there for a short period of time, helping them do some stuff down there. So I got to work in Texas a little bit. So and plus my brother is complaining all the time in the summertime. This time of year, he's happy and he thinks things are wonderful, but but I know that it's hot. So, and yeah, it's cold in Vegas right now. So you got the really hot winter, hot summer, and then the cool weather. And I don't know. We don't know what we're doing. We have no clue whether we'll stay here. It's actually really nice here because we're 3 or 4 miles from the beach, so it's not very far to the beach. And the weather, because we're in a valley with the Santa Monica Mountains are behind us, and the Ventura Mountains are on the other side of us, and they come together, and it kind of holds that cool climate year round here. So it's most of the year we're in the 70s. So just to let everybody know. So it's kind of really nice. So they grow. We are one of the largest producers in the U.S. of strawberries. And Driscoll strawberries, when you buy Driscoll strawberries, if they say they're from the U.S. and not Mexico, they're probably coming from this area here. Driscoll is huge here. They buy most of the strawberries here and process them, even though their headquarters are further north in California. But so that's why you'll see some of you walking around. Sometimes you'll see me going up to the strawberry fields and showing you them getting ready to pick, and they're growing right now. The ones at the end of our street where I work, they're getting ready to, they're just starting to flower and starting to get little buds on them. So it will be another couple of weeks before they get strawberries on them, but they're getting close. So I did want to talk about this. So things are going well as far as eating goes. The working out stuff, this week has been kind of slacking. But I don't know. It's just kind of weird that this week has just been kind of so busy, so hectic. We got a lot of stuff going on at work. So a couple of days this week I've had to stay over late and work late. We got a ton of issues between just meeting customer requirements because they're upping their requirements and all that good stuff. And but things are going overall. They're going well. You know, I think we're having the same problems that every manufacturer in the U.S. is having right now with supplier issues. You can't find people to hire. So as your business is growing, it's hard to get things going. So, but hey, it is what it is. So we will get through it, right? So what am I going to do as far as eating? I started talking about working out and stuff like that. So I plan on continuing to do what I'm doing. I'm trying to, like I said, this week was kind of an off week a little bit. So I plan to get back on track this weekend and this coming week and go through. Now we both have that Christmas week off. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do that week. We kind of talked about some plans, but we haven't really officially made any plans. So we talked about them. We had talked about going out to Vegas, and now with the big C coming back and roaring its ugly head and the flu, we've kind of decided maybe it'd be better to stay away from some of the bigger crowds. So we'll see. So tonight is the Ventura Harbor boat or parade of lights for the boats, and then they have fireworks. We thought about maybe going to that tonight. We'll see how the weather and how cold it's going to be. But then, you know, so we're just going to kind of stay on track. I'm going to try to get back into the weekly. I'm working out with the weights 2 or 3 times a week, doing some aerobic stuff a couple times a week. Excuse me. And generally when I work out, I do some stretching, about 10 minutes of stretching, and then I do a warm up about 5 to 10 minutes. And then I'll either lift for a little while, and then I'll do some kind of aerobic activity afterwards. And I plan on continuing to work down that path as well. So that's the where I'm going, and then I continue to eat the way that we're eating for the rest of this month, with the exception of probably Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We will have a pretty big lunch, but right now we're planning on staying, I would say mostly keto. I'm not going to say 100% keto, but mostly keto, because we bought a really nice roast that we're going to have. It costs a ton of money. So hopefully it's really, really good. And then we're going to plan around that. We're going to plan out vegetables. We've been kind of looking, we'll probably get some asparagus or Brussels sprouts, and we may get some other seafood. I really like my wife made, hey, Mike's here from the Keto-rific Journey. So my wife made that shrimp with the bacon, wrapped bacon. Man, I'll tell you, that was so good. I'm hoping that she makes that again. I know we will be eating lumpia again as well. Huh?
Scallops instead of the shrimp.
Oh, so she wants to make scallops instead of the shrimp. So the scallops wrapped in bacon, which I'm good with. Right? Anything with bacon, right? So Dom's saying he's noticed that a lot of people are wearing masks, I think, again, so here in Vegas. Yeah, so it's here as well. So we've had a huge number of cases at work. I think we were up to like 13 or something like that as of yesterday. And actually my boss, which I got to tell you, is kind of a little scary, because he has never called in sick in 15 years, called in sick yesterday. And I'm in meetings with him all the time and everything else. So So Johanna is here, and he's from Alberta, Canada. Belmont, Alberta, Canada. Johanna. You know, I used to work with a guy, Farrell, that actually went and had lunch with him yesterday. And he used to work, and he's actually working at a different company now, but we went and had lunch together. So is anybody else in here from Canada? So and then Mike's saying, yeah, bacon wrapped scallops would be great. So let me know what you're having for. Have you been starting to plan your Christmas dinner? And what's your do you have I guess do you have how do I want to say this? Do you have things that you do on Christmas that are kind of you do every year, the same kind of year? Or do you bake the same things, cook the same foods, traditions that you kind of follow when you're doing them? Yeah, I'm with Mike. You have me at bacon. Leah always cooks us bacon, and it's always intriguing to see anything with bacon. So that's kind of the plan for right now. I would talk a little bit about next year because I'm not so sure about whether like I said, I'm not so sure whether I'll be on next Saturday or the Saturday after. So I may take 2 weeks off because of the holidays and enjoy myself. This is something, just so my wife and I can relax and just enjoy ourselves. I know we get the week off, plus I'm taking a couple of days off of work to extend it out a little bit. And again, we're kind of just hanging out. We may do some day tripping and stuff of that nature. But that's really what we're doing. But for next year, just to kind of talk a little bit about what I'm talking about. Like I said, I'm talking about doing some collabs next year. Leah from Crafty and Carnivore and I are probably going to do something here, probably, like I said, in the next week or two after that into the first of the new year. Again, Crafty Carnivore, she just hit the 500 mark. So keep going over there and supporting her. I do have that tomorrow, the one from Hope. And then I'm hoping from there, that's a pretty good success from Mission Keto, that maybe she can come over and visit me on my channel, or I can go over there and visit her on her channel. Hope's husband, if you haven't seen it, Hope's husband on Mission Keto has been he switched over and he's doing carnivore, but last year he's about 350 pounds and he switched over to doing that beef, butter, bacon, and eggs challenge, the BBB&E challenge. And he did that last summer and had great success to it. And then he went from there and he switched over just to be straight carnivore. And that's what he's following. He's down since, I think, July, down 55 pounds or something like that. He said on Friday. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes and how he continues with that. So let's see. I have them often. I grew up in Nova Scotia. My dad brought them right off the boat. Yum. Yeah. So Johanna, is that how you say it? Actually, my family's from Maine. So we used to go up into New Brunswick a lot. We used to spend a lot of time in New Brunswick. And then again, going up to Sadiac and that area up there to get lobster, and really, really nice area up there. And it's really kind of bizarre because in Canada, up in that, with the Bay of Fundy, the water is like freezing. It's like 40 and 50 degrees. And then you go north to Sadiac, which is on the other side of Nova Scotia, on the backside of Nova Scotia, kind of. And the water there is 70 degrees. So because of the Gulf Stream, the way it comes up, it goes around and it comes back around. So it was pretty cool. So you go in one area and it's freezing, and the next area would be actually beautiful and go swimming and everything else. So, and then Diving with London came in. So good evening, Johnny Small Pepper said to come over, and hey, so say hi to Johnny for me. Thank you for coming over. I really appreciate that. Johnny's got a great channel. I love watching him eat the peppers and watching him sweat. So, and then again, Mike's saying his tradition at his house is that the family gets over and has breakfast at his house Christmas morning. So that's a really cool idea. Breakfast is one of my favorite meals. I love breakfast, and you can't go wrong with breakfast, right? So let me know if if I'm buffering or anything else like that, because in fact, I know every once in a while my Wi-Fi thing keeps coming up, and so I just want to make sure everything's are good. So. For my family, Christmas tradition is on Christmas Eve with fire on the grill and having steaks. Well, that's a great tradition. So we generally eat our Christmas dinner Christmas Eve at midnight. So that's kind of a right, because that's what it's all about. Is when supposedly that's when the Lord was born, and so that's kind of our tradition, doing that as well here. So. Hey, so there you go. So Jason is a fellow Canadian. So, so keep going through. So next year, some of the other, I have some goals that I set. So next year, I will still be doing the 3 videos a week. I may change up some of the format, because I may include some more product reviews and those type of things either as well. And I've been thinking about changing the days. Instead of doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, maybe doing Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of playing around with that in my head, thinking about it, trying to do some different things. I would like to know, especially the folks that are the weight loss, keto type of folks, what you'd be interested in seeing as far as those videos go. So Mike's saying it's 45 in Georgia. Yeah, smash that thumbs up, everybody. I'd really, really appreciate it. I really, really would. So that would be huge and helpful to get this out to the rest of the community as well. So so the channel, I think I'm going to kind of stay on that format, but I'm going to continue to do with the shorts a couple of days. So most of you don't know, when I do my shorts, wow, I hit minus 46 up in Alberta. Oh, hey, honey, you want to move to Alberta? Wow, that's cold. They never go out of the house. Yeah, so you kind of get me off track when I read the messages. I'm sorry. Especially when I see minus 46 degrees. That's cold. But I'm going to stay on that same format. If you don't know, most of the shorts that I do, actually, most of them, not all of them, most of them come out of videos that I've done. And then you can go into one of your videos. When you're watching one of your videos, there's a remix button, and you hit that, and it will say create a short, and you can create a short anywhere from 15 to 60 seconds out of your video, and then you can create a short out of it. And it's a great way to make a ton of shorts in a very short amount of time. And then when people watch a short, so if you watch one of my shorts and it's out of one of the videos and you click on the short, it will actually ask you if you want to go watch the full length video. So it's a great way for you to see whether there's some content that you might be interested in, and then clicking on it and then going over to the full length video and watching the full length video. So never had the remix short go on the short feed. Really? Huh. Because I do it all the time and it goes on mine. And just make sure you're putting hashtag shorts down in the description, and make sure it's no longer than 60 seconds. If it's longer than even 1 second longer than 60 seconds, it will go into the regular feed. I will also tell you that I know most of us on here are creators. and probably some of the other folks that watch it, that according to YouTube, the most successful shorts are between 15 and 26 seconds. So, so it seems like the shorter the videos, because people today have a very short attention span, the better they do. So, yeah. It uploads as a short. Oh, really? Well, I mean, you just got to keep plugging away, because sometimes you get 7 views and sometimes you get 3,000 views. You know, just keep plugging away and keep doing it. You know. So Mike's asking, is the minus 40, is it Celsius or Fahrenheit? Or are they same? I don't think they're the same. Well, I know Celsius is different as far as upper. I know 0 Celsius is 32 degrees. But yeah, so it's kind of really weird. The shorts are really weird, but I actually enjoy doing them. Like I said, I hopefully it helped me drive people to my channel to watch the full length videos. I really like making the full length videos. I like making the cooking videos. I will tell you that the cooking videos, and I know probably Tom can tell you this more, and Hyliac and as well, and anybody, Jason, anybody that does any kind of cooking stuff, cooking videos, Mike as well does a lot of cooking videos. But anybody that does cooking videos actually take quite a bit of time between preparing, cooking, then editing. You know, it really takes quite a bit of time to plan it all out. So it's so it takes some time. So they're a little harder to make. I like doing them. I actually enjoy cooking. It's a nice little hobby. So I really enjoy that. So Joanna is saying, started out doing carnivore, dove right in. I was actually dying and found meat was the only thing I could keep down. Wow. I got rid of my former doctor. He made me more sick. Then I found Dr. Ken Berry. So yeah, Dr. Berry is pretty good. I don't know if anybody watched. He had a doctor from the UK on the other day on his channel. It was very, very interesting. They were talking a lot about big pharma and suppression of medical information and data and the kind of stuff of that nature, which I thought was really, really interesting. So I am going to continue to do my Saturday mornings, at least for the next month, part of for next year. I'm going to do my Saturdays at 10 o'clock. So I'm going to keep redoing them at that time. Seem to be okay. It's a good time for me. It's probably not the best time for the channel members, but it's the best time for me during the week with work and everything else going on the way it's going right now. I can't do it during the week. There's too many times right now where I might have to stay over and do stuff. So I get out late and to come home and try to rush and get it open and get everything going. It's just too much. I know even lately, because of all that's going on at work, I've been missing a lot of live streams during the week that I normally will kind of watch and kind of chat and stuff. And a lot of videos, just because of the way the world has been going lately. And I don't anticipate that changing much into to January and February of next year. I do want to talk a little bit about, because one of my goals next year was to get this channel and to double whatever the number. So on December 31st, whatever that number is, my goal for next year is to double it to the end of next year. So I'm at the 3,500 mark next year, or at the end of this year on December 31st. I want to be at 7,000 next year. That's my goal to do with the channel. I know it's a lofty goal, but it actually worked out well for me this year. I never would have thought it was. When I threw it out there before, I said it was kind of crazy and it would never happen. But I had said last year that if I was at 1,500, I was going to double it at the end of this year, and it has transpired and has worked out well for me. Um, so I'm going to do the same thing this year. So whatever that number is at the end of this year, I'm going to try to double it for next year. Hopefully that means I'm reaching out and touching more people. You know, the whole purpose of this channel is to try to help people. It's not to make money. It's not to become a YouTuber or anything else. It's really to help folks. That's, I think, what most of us are doing here. I'd like to think anyway that what most of us are doing it, because the more people you reach out, the more people that you may be influencing to start looking at the lifestyle and changing the way they're doing things and eating and getting healthy and feeling better about themselves and all that good stuff. So that's really the intent of the channel. So hopefully you can reach out more people and you can influence more people, right? So so that's kind of the channel, what I'm going to do, planning on doing with that. Also looking to do next year is to looking to get a nutritional certificate as well. And kind of looking at a few different ones, preferably around the ketogenic way of life. So there's a couple out there. I know Maria Emmerich has one on her channel. It's pretty expensive, but it's pretty comprehensive. And then there's a renewal every year and all that stuff. So it's pretty good. I don't want to just be one that I can go online and I can read a bunch of documents and then they give me the certificate. I actually want something that's meaningful, that's going to teach me something, that's actually going to be something that I can do. I've been looking at one that's kind of tied to, and it's got certifications with the it's got certifications with the National Academy of Sports Medicine. It's got an association with the Athletics and Fitness Association of America. It's got what they call CAM Fit Pro, which is the Canadian Fitness Professionals Association certificate. So I'm kind of looking at that one, and it's got a few other ISSA certificate as well, certified. So I've been kind of looking at that, and I'm thinking I'd like to get that certificate. I think that would be a lofty goal to do next year. You know, so so that's one of my goals for next year, is to get that certification. Whether I do coaching or whatever next year, I'd like to do some coaching, and whether I do some of that, especially once I retire, I think it would be really cool to do that and help other folks out. You know, and it'd be really nice to have that certificate. And again, I don't want to just have somebody's certificate because they're a big YouTuber and they've created a program. I want somebody that has a meaningful certificate that's actually can really have some kind of bearing on something like that. So, hey, Derek's here. So that's kind of one of the things that I'm planning for 2023. And if you don't know 2023, one of the things I wanted to talk about, and actually Derek came on here, so seeing how he's on here, talk a little bit about challenges for next year, and what's going on with some of the challenges next year. So Derek has a step challenge. He's doing it in January. I am not quite sure whether I'm going to do it or not, just because of a lot of the work that's going on, but I think I'm going to participate in it. So Derek does this about every other month. It's a great challenge. It's a lot of fun. He breaks into teams, so you're on a team with a group of other folks. It does get you some members, as far as it will get you out there, and because he puts out videos every week, and then you're talking with your team members and stuff. So it's a good way to connect to other folks that are trying to lose weight, trying to get fit. There's some folks that are fitness instructors. There's folks that are just in the weight loss world. And then there's other folks that are YouTubers. And then there's folks that are not, that are just in a health journey, right? That have nothing to do with, other than they're on YouTube and they follow Derek. So it's a great way to go over there. So check out Derek's journeys. Step challenge next month. He's taking now. Taking that now. I think he put the video out this past week about signing up for the step challenge. So go over there and step through that. So I am going to probably sign up for that next month to keep me going. Now, because of the fact that I've done some things differently, and I've kind of started going into the weightlifting and working out a little more than doing the steps. I'm trying to get more weights involved. So my steps have gone down compared to where I was. I'm still hitting probably 12,000 or so on average. or somewhere in that area. But not like the 16 or 20,000 that I was doing before, because now I'm throwing the weights around a little bit more. So, but I would like to talk a little bit about some of the other challenges too. And I know Kristen over Quick Fit does some challenges as well. So I'd like to do that. I think next month, she did a planking challenge this month. So I'm going to probably do that next month for January, where I'm going to try to plank every day. For the first week, it's going to be 1 minute. The second week will be 1.5 minutes. The third week will be 2 minutes. And then the fourth week, which will be the last week, will be 2.5 minutes. And I'll try to plank every day. I'm going to try to do 3 sets of those planks. That's something I can do in my living room, like on a Saturday morning like this while we're watching TV. I can just sit there and do. And then maybe the month after that, I'll do some squats, and I'll do 3 sets of squats, and I'll start off doing 20 squats and then go to 25 and 30 and so on and so forth. And I know actually Frugal Mama, she's still on here. She's doing a challenge like that with the squats right now. So that will be something that we'll be doing as well. I'll start including some of those in my stuff as well. Now I do have a Fitbit. So if you're, and I know Misty's doing it with me, Michelle from, yeah. Boy, what's Michelle's channel's name? I'm having one of those brain fart moments. From Michelle's Adventures in Keto. She's actually, we do a weekly work hustle, and Gavin over at Smitty's Fitness is part of it as well. He's part of our weekly, part of our weekly. If you're interested in doing a work week, if you're interested in joining the work week hustle with us, it'd be cool. We got a bunch of folks out from the community to join. Like I say, now Smitty's in it from Gavin. Gavin's in it from Smitty's Fitness. Misty's in it, and Michelle's in it. So if you're interested in doing it and you have a Fitbit, send me your email down in the link below. Go look at the email for mine. Send me an email, and then that you use for your Fitbit, and then we can connect on Fitbit, and that way there you can join the weekly work hustles, right? So we can get a good team going to that. I have a bunch of people that on there that are from work or friends and stuff of that, and I actually have a couple of people I think are from other channels that I connected with a long time ago that are still part of it. So sometimes we have 2 or 3 teams going. You can only, I think, have 10 on a team or something like that. So. But I go over there and check out Derek's if you're looking to it. And Derek does it every day for the full month. And then each team tracks it. And you work as a team, not as an individual. So that's nice. So you don't feel that pressure for yourself. And it's, like I say, it's a good way to connect with other folks and meet other people and see. So that's kind of where we're talking about with that. I would like to try to plan on going to one of the keto conferences this year. So I'm going to see about that. I know there's one in April in Austin, Texas. Unfortunately with that, we're planning another vacation around that same time frame. So I don't think we're going to be able to go to that one. There's another one in Vegas. I have to look at that time frame of that one. That's with drivable to us. So it's fairly easy for us to go for the weekend, and we can go and spend a day there, and then maybe spend a couple of days going to shows and some other stuff. I know there's a whole mess of stuff going on in the chat here that I have not been talking about or looking at. Derek saying his Fitbit display died. I charge $5. So I would get back to with Fitbit and ask them. So they've been pretty good about fixing and replacing watches and that stuff. So I would contact them and just say, hey, what can you do for me? They may even give you a discount or something like that if they can't replace it. It's not under warranty anymore. Yeah. So Hialeah is saying I have a lot of movements every day. Yeah, actually, Hialeah does really good on her steps, so she'd be a great one. If she did the Derek's Journeys challenge, she'd be a good team member because she's a pretty good stepper. The only thing bad about the challenge is that they limit the amount of people. Yeah, so I think it's like 10. I think it's like 10, but you can create. There's some other groups or something like that in it too as well, so that you can join. But yeah, it only allows you to do 10 or something like that. So, but you can't have 5 groups going on at the same time, I guess. You know. I'll go through and catch up with some of these comments. Indeed, the battle for life. They told my kids that I wouldn't make it, but by the grace of God, I did. It's a long road to recovery. So, well, it's a great story. I'd love to hear more from you, hear more about the story. So it's interesting to always read things that people have changed their lives and doctors have said that will kill you, and then it turned around, you did it, and it saved your life. So, you know. Yeah. So, and Derek's out there saying called the balance breakers, right? So, you know, let's all get together and let's go and do this as a balance breaker. So, pretty cool. I so agree. It's an awesome story. It's amazing. So I'd love, like I say, I'd love to hear more about it. So, all right. So he got his replacement already. So he's all ready to go for his challenge in January. So, yeah. So go over there and check out Derek's Journeys page. And I'll see if I can. Let me see if I can bring it up here. I'm trying to get it. Here we go. So I'm going to give you a plug. Let's see if I go down and I can find a video that. Who's ready for the January step challenge? So if you want to go over and check out Derek's Journeys and sign up, go over there and do that. That'd be great. I think I'm going to be doing it as well. So it's a lot of fun. I know Keto Mama Michelle's on there. I know Misty's on there. I know Michelle's on there, and there's a whole mess of them. Christy Quick Fit's on there. Val from Home Health Fitness is on there. There's just a ton of great people that are on that do that step challenge. So, and then he'll have anywhere from probably 60 to 90 people join the challenge. So it's generally pretty good. I'm not so sure about in January because it's so cold. You know, so there's Journey. Me. And then Joanna saying that it's been 7 months, dropped 75 pounds. Now I'm looking to maintain and get stronger. My new doctor gave me a green light to go back to work. Fantastic. That's an amazing story. That's really a fantastic story. So, like I said, it's something that love to hear more about and to talk more about. So that sounds like an amazing story. So, so that's where we are with the channel for next year. Like I said, grow the channel, double the size from 20 the end of this year to the end of next year. Get my coaching certificate so that I can be more of a coach. Again, I also wanted to to take my weight and I want to move it because I've been bouncing between 180 and 185, and I want to move that down, and I want to make a conscientious effort to move it down from 175 to 180 and stay in that category. Between that, you're never going to stay perfectly on any one weight, right? So, but you got to kind of watch it so that you don't gain back and go back, right? So that's one of the things that I want to do as well. So probably sometime in January or February, I'll talk about maybe doing a little bit of a cut to drop that extra 5 to 10 pounds, and then and then we'll see where we go from there. So I've been doing pretty well as far as maintaining the weight. I just kind of like to take it to the next level. Like I said, I'm working out, and even if I stayed this weight, but I gained a little more muscle mass, especially at my age, I would be extremely happy. So, so Mike says 75 pounds is awesome. Derek's on here. He's lost a little over 90 pounds, and that kind of slipped back into my old ways. So basically struggling, but I will power through. After Christmas, I've decided. So, yeah. So again, the holidays are tough. The holidays are always tough, right? So, drinking, celebrating, all the desserts, all of the stuff. They have the Christmas parties at work. You don't know what you're getting. They have them catered and/or potlucks. So it's it's a tough time of year. You're getting together with friends and having drinks. Like I say, all kinds of really cool stuff like that. I mean, it's a fun time of year, but we'll see where we're going. Other things going on. I did get a new light, so the light is on. I don't know whether it helps any or not. I got to figure out how to use it, and position it right. The thing about lights and cameras is that when you're wearing glasses, of course my glasses are really dirty, but when you're wearing glasses, you get the reflection off. Or if you have the follow your eyes, it follows your eyes on the camera. Then you have these little blue dots on your glasses because it's following your eyes. Or if you have a light, then you get the reflection off your glasses. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that and how to get that so it's a soft light, and I don't get the reflection off my glasses, or the blue light from the camera. I don't know whether it really matters or not. Someone once said that when you're in YouTube that you should just be you and just do what you're doing. And don't worry about being perfect, and don't worry about being great. Just because people want to see the average person, and I'm pretty much the average person, right? So, at least I consider myself fragile. Well, for me, it has been to deal with my father and loss of food for comfort, and never stop doing that. So I have the same kind of thing, Derek. I'm actually a bored eater. So when I feel stressed and or bored, I eat. So. And so when I'm sitting around watching TV or something, I want to eat something. I grew up where at night we would sit and watch TV, and we would eat a bowl of ice cream and eat a bunch of potato chips. And that's kind of what I was like when I was a kid, right? And so Joanna's saying she's proud of herself. You should be proud of yourself. And now my son wants to start. I've been sneaking in keto and sugar-free meals. He can't tell the difference. So, my wife's not a keto person, and she does eat a lot of the keto foods. I don't know whether she just does it because she loves me and she wants to be nice to me, or whether she is okay with it as well. So, and she's a sweetheart, so she doesn't want to discourage me, I guess. I don't know. But. I still have the combination painting behind you now. Yeah, so I actually started playing around with the background. I actually thought about trying to figure out how to do a Christmas themed background, and I couldn't figure out how to do that, and I didn't like the way it looked, and so So Derek, it sounds like you have one new person that's signing up. So cool, you know. So for the balance breakers, let's break those chains and get them moving, get them out there, and you know. Oh, you meant you like the painting? Yeah, I did too. It's very nice. It's bright. We actually have another one, but it's a little darker, and I'd actually like to replace that one with something that's a lot brighter. It would help, I think, brighten up the room and all that stuff. But we'll talk about that next year when we're looking at new curtains and stuff of that nature, like we do every year or two. So yeah, let's go out there and get that done. Other things, just ask, you know, hey, if you're interested in becoming a channel member, go down there and check out those channel membership. I'd like to grow that. I have some perks and stuff like that I would like to kind of get to. Once we get to a certain number, we will start doing some kind of at least quarterly giveaways for members only. And then again, one of the things that we did do, because we had talked about last month, whatever I earned on YouTube, we were going to talk about giving to the less fortunate and for the holiday season. That amount came to about $136. So I have it broken out. I didn't write it down, but I do have it broken out. So it was like $65 from YouTube and another $30 from sponsorships or affiliates from Keto Chow and some other places. And so it came out to about $136, I believe it was. So we are figuring out how to do that. And we originally had talked about buying a bunch of meals and then handing them out to some homo folks. We had an incident here where somebody was doing that and got stabbed. So we're a little more cautious about that. How do I say that? So we're trying to figure out how to do that and be safe, right? So we're trying to figure that out. So Mike was asking if you actually have a YouTube channel, and said yes, they do. All right, we'll have to go over there and check that out. Yeah, we'll have to go over there and check that out and see where we're at. And I'm going to pull up actually right now I'm in because right now I'm not in YouTube Studios. I'm actually in StreamYard, right? I wonder if I go into it, if I can pull it up real quick, like. All right, well, that didn't work for me. So go over there and check the channel out. Yeah, so like I said, membership, hopefully to grow that as well. Hopefully you can do a lot more with that. Would like to offer some one-on-ones through members only as well to help them as well. Let's see. Not doing the calendars anymore. I used to do a calendars before. I don't know whether it's worthwhile bringing them back next year or not. If that's something that people are interested in seeing, calendars and what I'm doing, and it kind of specifies on each day's, what I'm doing and stuff of that nature. Yeah, it's, it's just kind of it's a good way of seeing what you're doing today. And I know some other folks. I know folks down Lebanon on Keto do something similar, and so it's just kind of a cool idea of tracking it. I don't know whether it help people or not. So it's you know, if you think that's something that would help or something like that, let me know down below. Talk about the scheduling of the videos. So I guess that was really all of the stuff I wanted to discuss today. You know, if you have any questions or anything else, or you think there's anything else that that I can help you with, let me know down below or in the comments, because I'm not the only one here. There's a lot of us that have a wealth of knowledge from everybody from Mike to Tom to Hialeah and so on and so forth. So I think we have a bunch of great stuff coming on. Like I said, this coming Saturday and the following Saturday, I may not be doing the lives. I may still do them. We'll see. We'll see how the week goes and what we got planned. And and I may do next Saturday morning, but not the following one. But so I may do one or the other, or who knows? Maybe even do both. I don't know, but maybe not do any at all. So I'm not going to commit to it at the moment. So we're going to kind of wait and see how the week works out with the holidays and all that good stuff. So. But go over there and check out Joanna's channel. I'm going to go over there because it sounds like it's a fascinating story. I'd love to hear more about it. And I'm going to ask you, I'll drop the link here for your channel. I'm going to drop a couple of links for channels here. So there's this Joanna's channel, and then let's see. Here's Crafty and Carnivore's channel as well. So go over there and check that channel out as well. She's been a huge supporter of mine. I really, really, truly appreciate it. But we're over the hour mark. We're an hour and 12 minutes into this. So I think we're going to end this video so I can go eat some breakfast. Actually, more it's brunch, right? It's almost 11, almost after 11 o'clock. So we're going to cook some eggs and get some protein sperm modifying bread out here and toast it, and maybe some bacon, and that's what we're going to have for breakfast today. So whatever I can do to help, let me know. I truly, truly appreciate it. You know, I'm more grateful for you guys because you guys keep me more on track than I probably help you. You help me more. You know, when I hear stories and when I chat with folks that are like-minded, it actually helps keep some of that the bad influence out, right? Hate to say it, but you know. But all right, so I'm going to say goodbye today. I'll let you know more during the week whether we decide to do next Saturday or the Saturday after, depending on what's going on. I will be putting out, like I say, go over and check out that Mission Keto's video tomorrow at 9 o'clock, and then check out my video because that collab with Hope over at Mission Keto, her and Andy are doing a fantastic job. They're killing it. Andy's doing a carnivore right now, and he's just been crushing it. He's loving it. And Hope's been he switched over to total carbs this year. And it's really been helping her. I know I'm a big total carb guy, so I will tell you that, in my opinion, if you're doing keto, total carbs is the way to go. So, hey, I will talk to you guys next time. And hopefully see you soon.